This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to the next installment of the Countdown to Guidewire Policy Center. 15 business days left. We go live November 20th. So be prepared, practice, 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 and get comfortable. So to begin, you want to log into the dashboard. So how you log in? Well, just log into the dashboard, I should say. And then open up another browser tab, a browser window. And then you basically click on this link. Or cut and paste this link into that browser tab and enter. So you should have a hyperlink in the email that I sent to you that this link was attached to. So you can just click on that, should set you up. But make sure you do have the dashboard opened up also, that you're logged in the dashboard, and then click on this link, and it'll take you over to the Guidewire Policy Center training page. Okay, sandbox. All right. So today we're going to talk about adding an auto to existing policy. So we're going to go in the next couple of days, we're going to go into adding changes, making adjustments, adding a policy, or adding in this case, an auto, deleting an auto, replacing an auto, adding a lien holder, whatever it may be. So quite a bit coming down the pipeline, so keep an eye out for it. So when you go into the Guidewire Policy Center, right, let's go ahead and begin here. Let me move my screen over here. When you go into the sandbox, this is what's going to show up, something like this. You might have a couple transactions down here. That's not a big deal. If you do get lost, just click on desktop and it'll bring you back to this home page. Okay. We're going to go to an existing policy. So I'm going to go to my submissions, and then I've got the list here. And what I'm going to do, let's say Manny over here, Manny has purchased another car. So I'm going to click on this transaction number. You can click on the name, either one. Going to pull up his account, which is, you can see the account number here. Account number now was traditionally the household number in ECMS, so we're going to call it account number now. And since we're going to adjust his auto policy, we're going to click on the policy number. So we go into the auto policy specifically, and since we're going to make a change to this policy, every transaction begins with an action. So we click the action button, and then we're going to go to change policy. I click on that. It's going to ask us when the effective date will be. So let's say he bought this new car today. So we'll go ahead and use today. But, you know, maybe if he's thinking of buying it, he's going to pick it up in 2 days, we can change the effective date to the date that they're ready to have the coverage begin. But we'll keep it today, so we'll go next. All right. If you haven't spoken to the client for a while, you might want to confirm the information. It's kind of a customer service point, you know, verify this is the best phone number to reach out. Is this the best email to reach out to you? If anything happens with this, or we need to contact you for whatever reason, okay, then that's great. Okay, we can go into the drivers, or you can click next. Right? Not a lot of changes to this, so basically we're just adding another vehicle, so everything's kind of the same. So I'm just going to go over to the vehicles tab. I'm just going to jump straight ahead into it. They have 2 vehicles already, which is great. And we're going to add a new one. So as you can see, you have create vehicle. It's in blue. That means we can add a vehicle right now. We can remove a vehicle. I mean, let's say they got rid of the 1998 Ford. We just click on this, that we want to work on this particular vehicle, and we can either remove it, or maybe they've replaced it with another vehicle. So yeah, maybe it was a trade-in. But right now, we're just going to add a 3rd vehicle to this household. So we're going to go ahead and click create vehicle. And as you can see, the information clears out down here below. And so we can add a vehicle. So since we're in the sandbox, we're going to play the lottery. We're going to go to our randomvin.com. I'm going to do a random VIN number. I just shuffle it up. Well, let's see what vehicle did Manny win. So we'll just type that in, or cut and paste it right in, and just click outside the box, let it catch up. Basically, he picked up a 1987 Ford truck, F-150 pickup. And so we want to confirm all the questions, right? License plate, address is the same. He's going to be the primary driver. We'll go with Manny. If there's a camper, you can make any adjustments here. Okay, ownership, right, it's going to be owned. Right? Let me go back to this, sorry. If it is leased or if it's financed, then we can put that information here. And we can add the financing company, the lien holder. But in this case, let's say he just paid cash outright, picked it up. This is going to be the backup pleasure truck. Okay. If we do make this the commuter vehicle, then we have to go back to his normal vehicle that he's driving, right? And we're going to have to change that one to other. Because remember, you can only have, each driver can only have one commuter vehicle. And so please keep in mind, if I do make this the commuter, I have to change the other one, the commuter vehicle that we had previously, to other. Okay. Let's go down here. Purchase date. He picked it up today. All right, and it's going to automatically put the annual miles at 12,000. It's kind of a default that they're using right now. So if the mileage is different than that, that's fine. Make the adjustment there. Be hesitant to go lower, you know, because as much as people say they don't drive a lot, they probably still do. The easiest way for me when I'm talking to people is just keep it simple. Hey, you know, the average driver in California drives about 12,000 miles a year. Would you say you're about average? Most people say yeah. And so we can just keep it right there. We do need to add the odometer. All right, so we'll put the odometer date. Just click on the counter. Just put today's date. All right. And then again, the mileage. So this is a 1987. So we'll go to 251. All right, so 200,000. Remember, you can make these numbers up for the odometer. Okay. All right. So if there's any additional interest, this is where you would put it. You'd put the lien holder here, add additional interest or any additional insureds associated with the vehicle. But at this point in time, everything's good. We're just adding the vehicle. We're going to go next to coverages. So I can click next, or I can click the personal auto coverages, and it'll bring me over. And we'll probably just maintain the same coverages. I mean, everything's fine. It's an older vehicle. They may not want that collision coverage, so we can take it out here. Okay. But if you do take it out, make sure that you go over and put the uninsured motorist property damage on. Okay. So we can make a match, so we can just copy coverages here, and it'll confirm it if you want. But at this point in time, we'll just keep it where it's at. Okay, and we'll just go to next. All right. If there's any contingencies, any documents you need to upload to verify the discounts, you'd click on contingencies under the risk analysis tab. Label the document before you upload it. Okay. So nothing's pending, so we're good to go there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and quote it here. The next screen is a change summary, but unless we quote it, it's not going to show the change. And so we want to quote it first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that change summary so we can review it. Right? So here's the new premium. Here's the old premium, previous premium, and this is the difference by adding that truck onto this policy. Okay. And if we scroll down below here, you can see the changes where we did add the truck, and these are the coverages that are associated with it. All right. So this does not like me scrolling back up. So go back to change summary. Okay. Let me go back to quote. Hold on. So this will make it easier to take me to the top screen here. Oops. Just doesn't like this. There we go. All right. So I'm going to just click back here. Sometimes it has it scrolls a little differently. So I'll just go hit another tab and then come back to it. Okay. So edit quote, we're all done. Basically everything's in. We're just going to go ahead and bind it. Okay. And again, if we miss something, it's going to tell us here. All right. But lo and behold, we got that screen of success. So the change has been taken into place. Okay. You can go to the policy to view it. Check the billing if they want to change the billing or anything like that. But that's basically how to just simply add another vehicle. So, okay. So practice, practice, practice. Be ready. 20th is right around the corner. Okay. So you want to be comfortable with GuideWire. You kind of want to know the ins and outs here and there. You want a couple error messages to pop up so you know how to overcome them, circumvent it, or work around it. But get to know it, to not just understand it, but to know what to, where to dot your I's, cross your T's as you move forward. So, all right, thank you for taking time in watching this, learning this, and applying it. So hopefully you are practicing. We are looking at the numbers to see who's practicing in GuideWire, who's not, and I encourage you to practice, practice, practice. All right? Have a great day, everybody.